There's a new series on Netflix called Rilakkuma Kaoru. This is a stop motion animation series of 13 episodes. Each episode's about 11 minutes long. It follows a story of a single young woman living in Tokyo in sort of her late 20s, early 30s, and she lives a really mundane life, but comes home to two giant teddy bears and a chick. And she also is friends with a young boy called Tokyo who lives in their apartment block. Initially this sounds like a kids animation, but it's not. I mean, it's certainly got nice visuals for children, but the subject matter and the writing is really quite adult. And it's absolutely captivating and charming. First of all, the animation is really good. Once you click with the animation style, which doesn't take long, you're totally engrossed in this world. The way they animate the characters, even in just the way they tilt one of the characters' heads, it's really empathetic, and you can totally understand what they're trying to say with any particular scene. The main character, Kaoru, deals with, I'm not going to say depression, but let's just say problems with her mental wellness and her place in life. She, best put by the way she describes it herself, is that she feels like driftwood floating in, or rather trapped in the sea of life. And it's just so melancholy in that respect. But it does have these moments of happiness throughout, and little mottos at the end of each episode. And all the episodes are written to join together to make a full story. There are carryovers in the way the characters look or things in their apartment from previous episodes that you wouldn't necessarily understand. I mean, there are schemes they go through where all she really wants is a companion or a boyfriend. She's so lonely. All her friends have moved on with their lives without her. One's a successful chef on telly, others are getting married. Even the sort of workplace friends or her counterparts, a workplace girl about her age, is moving on. She's getting married, and also makes low-key digs at her situation. And the main character, she's just sort of racked with anxiety and indecision. And it really does make you feel sad once you get used to the characters. But you know, she comes out on top at the end, and she sees the positive in life and how to live it. And I don't know if that's something to do with the Japanese culture. One thing people might comment on is that whilst it's set in Tokyo, nearly all of the characters appear to be westernized in their faces. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a Japanese thing. I don't know what that's got anything to do with. I thought I noticed it and then forgot about it as I was enjoying the show, because it didn't make any difference to my enjoyment. The voice of Kaoru is spot on. It's just got this sort of lilting, depressed quality that it also has an element of sort of hopefulness on the end. When you hear it, you'll understand, and it couples really well with the atmosphere and the excellent music that goes throughout the episode. One thing to say is that these bears that she lives with and the chick, they're not sort of benevolent, happy little cuddly teddy bears. Whilst they're her friends and they try and do nice things for her, they also get pissed off as well. There's an episode where they try and cheer her up when she finds out that her friend has got married, or engaged rather, in Hawaii, and she's sad because she doesn't have a boyfriend to go to any weddings with or anywhere at all. So they do a little Hawaiian show for her, and she sort of doesn't act particularly grateful for it and says she'd rather just have a boyfriend. And then they get famous and go on a trip to Hawaii without her, and buy her this present of nuts that earlier in the episode she said she hated, just as a sort of kick in the nuts for her. But you know, it's that's why it's very entertaining. I think it's thoroughly enjoyable. I think if you're a person aged sort of in your 20s up, you'll get a number of the points that come across in this. But I'm sure it mirrors a lot of sort of general feelings that the majority of the community out there has. We've all sort of felt the same way this character has in our lives. Definitely worth watching if you're a fan of stop motion animation and you want something really fresh and delightful and vibrant, and I really hope it gets a second series. If there was a second series, I can almost see that Kaoru would get a boyfriend because she's got this obsession with a delivery man, and that maybe she'll be too into it and he'll end up dumping her, and that's one of the sort of melancholy tones or notes that it will hit. But that's, you know, to be seen. Hopefully another series comes out sooner rather than later, but definitely worth watching.